All right, let's talk about a habit that I think a lot of us have picked up lately. It's that thing we do that steals our time, our energy, and our peace of mind. Yep, today we are talking about how to break free from doom scrolling. So, I want you to picture this. Does this scene feel a little familiar? You know the feeling, right? You're in bed, your phone is glued to your hand, and you just can't stop. Every swipe brings another story about some crisis, some tragedy. You know you need to sleep, but that infinite scroll has got you in its grip. It's this brutal cycle, and trust me, if this is you, you are so not alone. I mean, this is not some small, niche problem we're talking about. A recent survey found that about 31% of Americans admit they're regularly doom scrolling through negative news. That is nearly a third of the entire country, caught in this same digital trap. So that brings us to the big question, right? If it makes us feel so crummy, why in the world can't we just look away? Well, the answer is fascinating, and it's buried deep inside our own psychology. So it really all starts with how our brains are wired. We've got this built-in feature called a negativity bias. Think about it from an evolutionary standpoint. Our ancestors who were laser focused on potential threats, the saber-toothed tiger in the bushes, were the ones who lived to see another day. That survival instinct, it's still running the show. So fast forward to today, when we feel anxious about the world, that ancient part of our brain just kicks into overdrive. It screams, find more information, you need to be prepared. We start scrolling, thinking that if we can just find that one last update, we'll finally feel like we're in control. But that one magic piece of info almost never comes. And of course, our modern world is basically built to take advantage of this bias. You've probably heard that old newsroom saying, if it bleeds, it leads. Well, online, that's on steroids. The algorithms know that scary, shocking stories are what hook us, so that's exactly what they feed us, over and over again. And if you feel like this has all gotten way worse recently, you're not imagining things. Just look at these numbers from the start of the pandemic. Digital news consumption went up by 35%, and social media use exploded by a whopping 47%. We were all stuck at home, feeling anxious, and just glued to our screens. It was the perfect storm. But here's the thing. This habit isn't harmless. It's not just a quirky thing we do. It comes with some very real, very hidden costs that hit our minds, our bodies, and even the fundamental way we think. And for a lot of people, this is way more than a minor annoyance. The data shows that for roughly 1 in every 6 people, this habit has gotten so bad that it is actively damaging their mental and physical health. And the effects, they're all over the place. Mentally, it ramps up anxiety and can give us this distorted view of the world, something experts call scary world syndrome. Physically, it messes with our sleep, leaves us exhausted, and can even cause headaches and muscle pain. It all just adds up, chipping away at our overall happiness. And get this, there's even a cognitive cost. Researchers have come up with this perfect term for it, popcorn brain. It's what happens when our minds get so used to that constant, frantic pace of a news feed that real life, with its slower, normal pace, starts to feel boring. It can literally start to rewire our ability to focus. Okay, I know that was a lot of bad news, but here is the good news, and it's a big one. You are not powerless here. It is absolutely 100% possible to break this cycle. So let's dive into some real, actionable things you can do to take back control. So, where do you even begin? First, be intentional. Give yourself a strict news budget, say 20 or 30 minutes, and that's it. Next, create some friction. Something as simple as moving your phone charger across the room can be a game changer. Then, when you get that itch to scroll, have a backup plan ready. Go for a walk, put on a great song, call a friend. And finally, work on that mindset. Remind yourself it is okay not to know everything the second it happens. A huge part of this fight is just realizing that our devices are kind of designed to work against us. Those endless notifications, those breaking news alerts, they're not there to help you. They are engineered triggers, specifically designed to hijack your attention. Just look at this breakdown. It's night and day, right? With notifications on, you're constantly being pulled around, living in a state of low-grade anxiety. But the moment you turn them off, the power shifts. You decide when to check in. You are back in the driver's seat. And hey, there are even more tools you can use. Ever tried switching your phone to grayscale? It makes the screen so much less appealing. You could also buddy up with a friend to keep each other accountable, and be intentional about curating your feed with more positive stuff. Most importantly, remember that if this feels too big to handle on your own, it is always okay to get professional help. When it comes right down to it, this is about so much more than just screen time. This is about making a conscious, empowering choice to take back your own peace of mind. I love this quote from a Harvard doctor because it just nails it. The goal here isn't to be ignorant or stick your head in the sand. It's all about finding a balance. You can be an informed person without plugging yourself into a 24/7 anxiety machine. And when you look at the trade-off, it's just so clear. What do you lose? Hours of anxiety, bad sleep, a warped view of the world. And what do you get in return? You get your life back. You get a calmer mind and way more focus for the things and the people who actually truly matter. It's a pretty incredible exchange if you ask me. So just remember this. Every single time you pick up that phone, you have a choice. You have the power to break the cycle. The real question isn't whether you can do it. It's what you're going to do with all that time and mental energy you get back. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.